The origin of life on Earth began more than 3 billion years ago, evolving from the most basic of microbes into a dazzling array of complexity over time. But how did the first organisms on the only known home to life in the universe develop from the primordial soup? Science remains undecided and conflicted as to the exact origin of life, also known as abiogenesis. Although science still seems unsure, here are some of the many different scientific theories on the origin of life on Earth. It started with an electric spark. Lightning may have provided the spark needed for life to begin. Electric sparks can generate amino acids and sugars from an atmosphere loaded with water, methane, ammonia, and hydrogen. The experiment's findings suggested that lightning might have helped create the key building blocks of life on Earth in its early days. Over millions of years, larger and more complex molecules could form. Although research since then has revealed the early atmosphere of Earth was actually hydrogen-poor, scientists have suggested that volcanic clouds in the early atmosphere might have held methane, ammonia, and hydrogen and been filled with lightning as well. Molecules of life met on clay. The first molecules of life might have met on clay, according to an idea elaborated by organic chemist Alexander Graham Cairnsmith at the University of Glasgow in Scotland. That clay crystals preserve their structure as they grow and stick together to form areas exposed to different environments and trap other molecules along the way and organize them into patterns much like our genes do now. Life was brought here from elsewhere in space. Perhaps life did not begin on Earth at all, but was brought here from elsewhere in space. A notion is known as panspermia. For instance, rocks regularly get blasted off Mars by cosmic impacts, and a number of Martian meteorites have been found on Earth that some researchers have controversially suggested brought microbes over here, potentially making us all Martians originally. Other scientists have even suggested that life might have hitchhiked on comets from other star systems. However, even if this concept were true, the question of how life began on Earth would then only change to how life began elsewhere in space. Life had simple beginnings. Instead of developing from complex molecules such as RNA, life might have begun with smaller molecules interacting with each other in cycles of reactions. These might have been contained in simple capsules akin to cell membranes, and over time more complex molecules that performed these reactions better than the smaller ones could have evolved, scenarios dubbed metabolism-first models, as opposed to the gene-first model of the RNA world hypothesis. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. See you next time.